Our gospel text for today is taken from the Gospel of Luke chapter 6 verses 36 to 38 and may be summarized in 4 words. The first of these words is compassion. The second is non-judgmental. The third is non-condemning. And the fourth is giving. In the first exhortation, the Lord asks us to be compassionate just as God is compassionate toward us. What does the word compassion mean? Compassion translated according to me would mean that I put myself in the shoes of another, that I walk along with the other. Compassion does not mean to be condescending. Sometimes our compassion can be condescending and we must be careful of such compassion. Compassion, if it has to be true compassion, means that I put myself on the same level as the other. I am neither superior to nor inferior to the other. We are both walking together. We are struggling through life, and his or her challenges are my own. His or her faults are my own. His or her weaknesses are my own. This is very important, especially in married life, that the husband and the wife, that the children and the parents look at each other with the eyes and the heart of compassion. It means that we are all walking together. Yes, sometimes you may make a mistake. Another time I may make a mistake. Sometimes you may be harsh. Another time I may be harsh. We look always and every time with the eyes and heart of compassion, which will mean that we put ourselves on the same level as the other and we walk with them, all of us journeying to the Lord. The second word is being non-judgmental. Very often, we are too quick to judge. And our judgment is more often than not based on externals. Whether it is a positive or whether it is a negative judgment, we base it very often on externals. The Lord is telling us we have to be very, very, very slow to judge, if at all we have to judge. And the best way is not to judge another. Is not to judge another, because then if we do not judge, the third point, we will not condemn. It is often that our judgment of another leads to a negative attitude, the attitude of condemning the person. And the Lord is asking us to introspect. Who am I to judge another? And if I do not judge, then I do not condemn. And that is why in the introduction, I spoke about non-judgmental and non-condemning. These are the attitudes that we must have. Often condemning flows from our judgment. So if we refrain from judging a person, we will also refrain from condemning a person. And the last word, which is actually an attitude, is the Lord asks us to give. What is he asking us to give? The Lord is asking us to give of our very lives. We give of our possessions. We give of our time. We give of our qualities. We give of our things. We give our very lives. Our lives here on earth have not been given merely to us. They have been given to us, but also for others. If we were living on an island, we could afford to live selfish lives because there is no one around me except what I see around me to love. However, when I live in a community, and because Christianity has never been and can never be an individual religion merely, we have to be able to be concerned about our brothers and sisters. One look at the 7 sacraments in the Catholic Church will convince us that in every of those 7, it is not we as individuals alone who receive the sacrament. And this is evident in all the 6 sacraments, but most evident in the sacrament of the Eucharist, where we share that one bread, where we drink from that one cup. My brother and my sister is the one who is away from me, and I must give and be concerned about that brother or sister as much as I am concerned about myself. Will you hear what the Lord is asking us to do today and be compassionate to everyone you meet? Will you refrain from every kind of judgment so that you will not condemn? And will you give?